Hey everyone, Dimitri here and welcome back to the latest on the Top Drive show. So we have for you today a review of the current Tri-Series prize car, and despite being a rerun, many of you I'm sure still don't have this car, and it's a pretty special one because it has some really nice stats to it. So this is the Lancia LC2, the Italian Renaissance car, which was released a couple of years ago. And this time it's coming back again for this cycle of the Tri-Series. So as usual, I've invited Will, who will talk about the car's performance history and ultimately will help you to decide whether you want to take part in the finals, which should be starting in Top Drives right about now or whenever the video comes out. Anyway, Will, I'm giving the word to you now.
Thanks very much, Dimitri. So in the early 1980s, the FIA, or the FISA as it was known then, simplified its category system for racing. Gone were the numbers, and in came Group A, B, C, and N. Actually, that should probably be Group N, A, B, and C, because basically, the N group, Group N cars were standard road cars, and the groups got more extreme right up until the prototype race cars of Group C. That's right, technically Group C sports cars were more outrageous than the Group B rally cars. But why aren't Group C cars quite so impressive as the rally cars? Well, they weren't seen flying through forests, for one. Plus, the Group C cars, the predecessors to those in the 70s, the Le Mans and Can-Am cars of that time, they were seriously wild. But despite having to compete with past glories and compete for, against attention from the insane fire-spitting rally cars, the Group C era still goes down in history as some of the best sports car racing ever. Group C was initially criticised because of the harsh fuel limitations it imposed, but thanks to the diversity of grids, which included big engine, naturally aspirated cars racing against turbocharged monsters from all sorts of manufacturers like Ford, Porsche, Mazda and Peugeot, it gained huge popularity. The extreme speeds the cars reached really helped too. See, by the late 1980s, some Group C cars were reaching over 250 miles per hour down the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans. One of the early trendsetters of the Group C era was the Lancia LC2. This car was a development of the four-cylinder Group 6 LC1 from Lancia. That car needed to be replaced because it wasn't economical for the new letter-based regulations. So for better fuel efficiency, Lancia replaced the 1.4-litre turbocharged four-cylinder engine in the LC1 with a twin-turbo 2.6-litre V8. Only in the 80s does that logic make any sense. To get the new engine, Lancia pulled off one of its old tricks. Just like it had done with the Stratos, it borrowed a motor from Ferrari. This time, a 4-valve V8 from the 308, but they added 2 turbochargers and reduced the capacity. The development of the LC2's engine was done by Ferrari, not out of the kindness of its own heart, but because a version of the LC2's engine was destined to be used in the 288 GTO, a car that would have been Ferrari's Group B circuit racer if that series had ever got off the ground. The LC1 was fast. It took pole positions in its first outing, a win in its first season, and a few podium positions over the years. But a combination of reliability and bad luck meant it was never a runaway success, not the sort that Lancia might have hoped for, and it was never really lived up to its fantastic looks and iconic Martini livery. But in Top Drives, reliability and luck is not something you have to worry about. All we need is speed. So what happens when we put it against the Porsche 935, another turbo race car, this time on the twisty hairpin course? The Lancia shows itself to be more modern, and in the corners it's faster. It stays in front of the Porsche all the way until the end. Totally out of its comfort zone then, the LC2, this time on the indoor karting circuit. Against another car really not designed for this sort of environment, the Bugatti Chiron. The Lancia just about takes another win. Neither car can use its massive top speed around the circuit, but the lighter, more nimble Lancia certainly has the edge. The fast circuit should be where the Lancia absolutely shines. It's designed for Le Mans after all. But against the Pagani Zonda Revolution, it doesn't really get the best start. So I suppose the LC2 was never really designed for standing starts anyway. But then on the Mulsanne-esque long back straight, the Lancia shows what it's all about and pulls out a great lead. With an impressive top speed, good handling, great acceleration, and now not hampered by mechanical issues, it'll take something rather special to beat the Lancia LC2.
Well, thank you so much, Will, once again for coming along and doing this review for us. Super interesting. Really appreciate it coming along. Anyway, guys, I'm wishing you good luck in the finals. We should be starting on top drives right about now. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more top drives, prize car reviews, and live streams in the future. Follow our social links as usual. But for now, again, wishing you good luck, and I will see you in the next episode of the Top Drive Show. Dimitri signing off. Bye bye.